Yeah, Phantom Troop, 2 p.m. Yeah, sounds good. Oh, you've been thinking about that deal we talked about?
Listen, I want Neferpito at my training facility tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Karapika?
Yeah, Karapika for Neferpito. That's the deal.
You're crazy.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shonen Showdown. I'm your host, Robinson. To the right of me is
Scott.
And today we have a very special fantasy draft for you guys. We're going to be talking about Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter, however you like to say it. This is going to be a 3-man team versus battle. But before we jump right into it, we have some rules for you guys. So let's get straight to them. Rule number 1, no one can draft Nanika. This is the Scotty rule. This is his rule, all right? He doesn't want anyone grabbing Nanika because we know how powerful she is. So we'll hold off on that. We have to draft 1 hunter. We have to draft 1 non-hunter. So now, a non-hunter, you can think of somebody that is, part of the Phantom Troop or part of the Zoldyck family. Somebody that's not really, maining their hunter license as their main occupation. And then lastly, we have to draft 1 Chimera Ant. So
Not bad.
it's gonna be a good one. So before we go right into it, we obviously have to do this by coin toss. So let me break down the coin toss for those of you who do not know. The winner of the coin toss will get the first pick. The loser of the coin toss will get the second and third picks, and then after that, the picks will then alternate. So what I'm gonna have you do, Scotty, is I'm gonna have you called in the air. Heads or tails. Ready?
Heads.
It is tails.
Okay. All right.
It is tails.
I'll take that.
So I do get the first pick. Make sure you guys keep it locked. All right. This is this is a very, very hard choice. But I have the first pick, guys. So I have no choice. I think I'm going to end up going with Meruem. I have to take Meruem at number 1. Listen,
okay.
Extreme Nen Mastery, the strongest Chimera Ant, the king of the Chimera Ants, literally was overpowering Netero. And there's times when Netero was, hanging with him, but Netero ultimately had to end up taking his own life just to stay in combat with this guy. So I think Meruem is right then and there. He's a specialist. He's just elite. I'm taking Meruem.
Well, in response to that, I think we all know that there's only one character that is there's like 2 that we've seen for sure from the anime that can hang with Meruem. And the manga is different, because you got further arcs that didn't get animated, but in the anime alone, there's really only 2 characters that can stand up to Meruem. And I'm gonna take one of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my hunter pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Adult Gon.
I knew it.
I have to.
I knew it. Wow.
I'm shocked you didn't
take Netero though. I'm really shocked.
This is the man that Netero.
I'm shocked because
kind of won. But he needed like a nuclear device, to pull that off. If we're talking about, from the King's advisors, Pito knew that Adult Gon had a similar power level to Meruem. Exactly. So much so in the fact that she thought Gon might actually kill Meruem. She didn't know for sure, but she thought it might actually happen. So she was grateful that Gon was there killing her instead of the king because she was worried for the king. Right. I'm going to take Adult Gon.
Right. I agree with that. I think Gon would have the best chance to take down Meruem. Now, do I think he would win in Adult Gon form? We can't really say for sure, but I do think Meruem would probably take it slightly just because, Gon is not used to that form. But I personally think he would have a better chance than Netero in that form against Meruem, for sure.
I agree. And for my second pick, I'm gonna need someone with experience. As you just said, even though Adult Gon has all the power and remarkable speed and the Nen capabilities, he doesn't necessarily have the fight experience to deal with a fight of this magnitude. Granted, Meruem also doesn't have that much fight experience. He is pretty smart though, so he can think way faster than Gon can, I think, and he can strategize because of all of his experience playing Go. So I'm gonna need someone that can up the notch in terms of fight experience, right? Mm-hmm. And there's only 2 characters that I can think of that can fill that role.
You got one more.
I'm gonna take.
Is this your non-hunter or is this your Chimera Ant?
This is my non-hunter.
Okay.
This is my non-hunter.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Zeno Zoldyck as my non-hunter.
What?
Zeno Zoldyck is one of the most experienced fighters in the show, Hunter x Hunter.
But
that's why I'm going to take him.
You do realize that? Oh,
yes, I do. There's a specific reason why I didn't choose Crollo. But yeah.
You're playing chess. I like it. I like it.
Most definitely playing chess.
You were playing
chess.
I
could choose in a 1v1 fight. Crollo is definitely beating Zeno. But with this particular strategy in place, I'm going to choose Zeno.
Yes. And listen, Zeno Zoldyck, obviously, he is, one of Netero's greatest allies. He's not Netero level, but he is close enough. His hand-to-hand combat is ridiculous. He did a combo area of effect attack called Dragon's Dive with Netero against the Royal Palace. So we're seeing things that, really make him elite. He's a transmuter.
Nen capability.
Yeah, he's a transmuter, can use a dragon Nen, everything. So we know where he stands. And I do like the move. But you forced my hand.
Yes, I have.
You forced my hand.
Yes, I have.
So this brings me, I gotta take my non-hunter, and it has to be Crollo. I have to take Crollo here because I do think Crollo is, the number one in the Phantom Troop. Obviously, he is a specialist. We know he has Nen capabilities that are so potent that even Zeno Zoldyck and Silver Zoldyck were having trouble to keep up with him.
That's a good choice.
It just brings, him in such a higher light. I have to take him on my team for sure. I'm taking Crollo.
Honestly, Crollo was a good pick. I would have chose Crollo if it weren't for the fact that you have a hunter pick remaining.
Exactly.
And you would choose Kurapika, which would completely wise Crollo. Okay? So that's why I couldn't choose Crollo.
And that's why I left it.
I would have rather have chosen Crollo.
Yeah.
But he would have stood no chance against the Spider Killer. Okay? So that's why I didn't choose Crollo. This is a pretty fair matchup right now. In terms of power,
this is in
terms of Nen capabilities, in terms of fight experience. I would say Zeno has an edge in terms of experience over Crollo, but Crollo definitely has way more diverse Nen capabilities, some of which Zeno doesn't even know about. So they both have pros and cons. For my third pick, my final pick, I have a Chimera Ant left. And you took Meruem, so there's only 3 viable Chimera Ants that I could possibly pick from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose for my third pick. I'm gonna want someone who has the versatility and the defensive capabilities to keep up with someone as versatile as Crollo. I'm taking Yuppie. I'm taking Yuppie as my third pick.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
You're taking Yuppie while Pito is still...
I'm leaving Pito on the board.
Wow. I don't know if I would have done that. Why are you taking Yuppie? Because...
Well, if you look at Yuppie...
Okay.
Yuppie has the most defensive capabilities of all the Chimera Ants. We've never even seen him defeated. He's pretty much... Killua was able to outspeed him, but even with moving around the speed of light speed, he was only able to hold him back, to pretty much buy time. That's all he was able to do. We've never seen any attack that was able to overpower Yuppie to the point where he even felt damaged. Any strong attack pretty much just pushes him back. He's able to change his physical form. We've seen him grow wings. We've seen him grow arms. We've seen him grow eyes, even in the back of his head, the back of his whole body. He can pretty much change his form depending on the fight and depending on the Nen capabilities of the person he's against. And that's why I think he's the best choice to go up against someone the likes of Crollo Lucifer.
This makes it tough, man. Because, I was setting my team up.
I knew you were. I
was setting my team up.
I was not falling for that the second time.
This is tough. All right. Do I still want to go with him? Do I still want to take?
There's really no way you can take out Yuppie. You pretty much have to just either seal him away somehow or like buy time, or sacrifice Meruem to take him out, which I don't think he'll be able to do because Adult Gon is there.
Are you sure there's no way I'll be able to take out Yuppie?
Without Meruem, you would have to use Crollo to either seal him away or just buy time for the rest of your team to handle business.
I'm gonna say Gon has a father.
You can do it. Gon does definitely have a father. He definitely does.
Gon has a father.
Is that who you're going with?
Do I want to go with him though? We haven't seen much.
We haven't seen anything. We know that he has higher Nen capabilities than Netero at the time. Not Prime Netero, but the current Netero that faced Meruem. We know for a fact that he has higher Nen capabilities than him, but we don't have any idea what
he's been to the Dark Continent.
Yes. Created Greed Island.
I just don't know if I pick him.
You don't really know what he's gonna do.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
Chances are he won't get destroyed by Yuppie, but we don't know what he's gonna do. So you could do that. It's a wild card, really.
It's a wild card. I
don't think he's gonna get stomped out by Yuppie by any means, but
I have Meruem and I have Crollo.
Yes.
I think that's more than enough. So I'm actually gonna go with Jing Freeze. I think I'm gonna take Gon's father here. I have to take somebody whose Nen capabilities are, even though we have not seen him box as of yet, we've heard enough about him to infer his power level. We know enough about him. He's been to the Dark Continent. He was on. He had a chance during the election as well, but he didn't really want to hop in there. So we know where he is. We know that he's respected well throughout the Hunter Association. And I'm pretty sure he's a 3-star, if I'm not mistaken, Hunter. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Jing Freeze. I'm gonna have to take Gon's father here. I think he would get the job done against
That's a very safe pick. I mean, I have two comments. I think when it comes to somebody like Yuppie, as we've seen, we're gonna need either Adult Gon or someone on the power level of Meruem to just have that sheer amount of power to take out Yuppie. Anything less than that, I think it's just gonna momentarily stop him. You can still stop him, but I don't think it's gonna be with power. I think Jing is gonna have to seal him away somehow, or paralyze him, or put him to sleep. We're talking grass type Pokemon here. Lower his stats, to try to do something. Because unless you have, Knuckle on your team, to touch him.
Hold on.
And put that little boost on.
Wait a minute. I think you're being very, very disrespectful. Was it not you that just stated, right, that Jing has a power level that is higher than the end of Netero's prime
life? Yes.
At the end of his life.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that.
You don't think Netero could have beaten Yuppie?
Yuppie?
You don't think he could have beaten Yuppie?
Honestly,
you don't think
Netero?
Netero?
What we have seen with Yuppie's regeneration capabilities, if he had his nuclear device that he used to take out Meruem, I think 100% chance. However, against Yuppie, I think it would be at a standstill. I think it would honestly be a draw because, as we've seen, there's no way that Yuppie's going to be able to reach Old Man Netero with his different Nen capabilities and his 100-hand final attack. There's no way Yuppie's going to be able to attack him.
I don't think he's getting.
But just those 100-hand attacks, those slaps are not going to be enough to take out Yuppie. So it's really going to be a test of endurance. But in terms of sheer power, do I think like a single attack, Jing's single max attack has enough power to overpower Netero's single max attack? I honestly don't know.
I do think that Netero would be able to take down Yuppie. I do believe that. I'm gonna say that right now because I don't even think it's
definitely possible.
I don't even think Yuppie is really stronger. I mean, you can make a case that Pito is stronger than Yuppie. Pito is a specialist. Pito can fight while dead, pretty much. Pito was dead and was still boxing Adult Gon. Took off his arm. So I think in that case, I do think that Jing being stronger than Netero towards the end of his life would mean that he would be able to take down Yuppie. Meruem, I believe, and Gon would be the hardest matchup here. But I do think Meruem would ultimately end up taking that because Meruem is just, he's so overpowered. His Nen is just shooting through the roof. You know what I'm saying? And the Crollo matchup, I mean, Crollo is ridiculous. He fought Zeno Zoldyck. He fought Zeno Zoldyck and Silva at the same time.
That is true.
So, and he was pretty much chilling. He didn't even go all out.
There's one key flaw that you're forgetting.
What's the flaw?
There's one key flaw with your strategy.
Let me know.
This fight is basically gonna have to come down to like what we saw in the Chimera Ant arc.
Okay.
We saw a strategy, the likes of which we've never seen in anime before.
Okay.
We're talking about the staircase battle. We're talking about full-on narrator, right? That's what's gonna need to happen for this fight to happen.
Absolutely.
Okay? So for all of those things to take place, we're gonna need a strategy for all of those things to happen.
Right.
And strategies require responsibility to carry out those strategies. I don't think Jingen has the responsibility to be able to keep up his hand in the bargain.
Don't even
to do it. He's gonna be doing his own thing, putting in work.
Time out.
He's not gonna be cooperating with
you are being very disrespectful.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Because who on your team has went to the Dark Continent and came back?
Zeno.
Don't do this. Oh my God.
They're gonna need cooperation.
Zeno is not seeing Crollo.
They're going to need cooperation.
Zeno is not seeing Crollo. We just established this.
He has more fight experience, and he would be able to coordinate the team.
He's not seeing him. He's not seeing Crollo.
Oh, y'all gonna have to let us know. Y'all gonna have to let us know.
Let us know down in the comment section below. All right, because
the absentee
right
finally
now,
gonna come in with the clutch. I don't know. Maybe.
Listen, Jig,
we don't know that for sure.
We don't know for sure, but we know where his power level is, so we can infer. All right, so I'm gonna have to take Gym Freaks. You guys let us know down in the comment section below which team you think wins this 3-man team versus battle. And with that, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Game.